Okay, so this is a continuation of our last session. This is a continuation of the Resistance, which is a mini series of the New Champions universe, which is created by Game Night using the Hero mod, which was created by Brennell. We're having a blast playing with the Hero mod and the universe and everything. And this the group that we have playing together tonight is a lot of the original New Champions, but also some of the new folks that have joined us in the last 6 months. Tonight we have Darosh playing Maximum Resistance, 30 Bird playing Liliana, Rampage playing Sandcrab, Emaraka playing. I'm not naming all the characters that Emaraka is playing. Emaraka is playing Cypher in his robot army, which is strikingly similar to Fleetwood Mac, and Lil Rocket, who is played by Jared JV. We also are expecting another player tonight, Ghost, who is one of the original characters. He's having some technical difficulties, so we'll be back on a little bit. Ghost, played by Pan Piper. A couple of other faces that you'll see is the character Rune Force, who's oftentimes behind the scenes, but is the character that I play, and I hope that the players tonight will help keep me honest. Rune Force doesn't get any freebies just because he's my character. Um, but it is fun to get to play them. So at the last session, there was a big fracas or fracas. I don't know the right slang term. Where the new champions had identified a base in upstate New York where they found um, inadvertently, because XO, one of the kind of fringe member, I don't know if XO is actually a fringe member, he might be proper now, but member of New Champions, jumped through a portal haphazardly and ended up in this base. The New Champions had been in an underground bunker that was owned and is owned by some resistance fighters. Um, and when those resistance fighters became under attack by the NAGA, the North American Gendarme Agency, which is military police really under Gigaton, the new champions have been going out and trying to rescue these resistance fighters. And they were in an underground bunker rescuing resistance fighters. And at the end of that kind of mission, there was an open portal still. Exo jumped through that portal and landed here in one of these little hangar terminals. Um, you know, in his surprise, he knocked out the people that were in the hallway, and then he jumped back through the portal. But in the moment that he was in in this upstate New York base, he communicated to the team. Socrates found his location, and the team came back and did some reconnaissance, finding that there were people imprisoned in these storage containers. The team freed them, and it was introduced to a new player, Liliana, played by 30 Bird, who took the first hit from Gigaton from anybody in the team for the last 18 months. Actually, we've never seen Gigaton on the scene, and the first person that Gigaton blasted was Liliana. The first time Liliana ever appeared, which was not on purpose. But the another person that the team met in that prison break was Blue Wave. Blue Wave was someone that they had encountered back when they were at a abandoned kind of psychiatric facility and found people being experimented on and genetic spliced. And at the end of that series, the team basically gained a extra dimensional prison, which had been connected to that psychiatric facility, but now it's the new champions. So Blue Wave was introduced back then, had been off doing his own thing and helping people from the kind of the old neighborhood, but had been captured along with some of these other folks, including Liliana and some other people to be introduced. Um, at the end of that scenario, the team rescued all the prisoners, defeated all of the soldiers that were coming up, even went toe to toe with Gigaton, Ghost waylaying like she normally does Gigaton, but Gigaton taking it. Um, and as soon as Destroid started to appear, the team decided to evacuate with the prisoners rather than bring the prisoners into more harm. Well, as they were evacuating, a team of five flew in to the scene and appeared. That team of five announced themselves as the Superior Five, very cliche, but they, in unison as they landed, announced, "We are the Superior Five. you will not defeat us. And they announced that to the Destroids as the new champions departed. When the new champions got back to their base, they decided to come back and as quickly as possible. Many of the new champions can return within seconds. And so that's where we find ourselves at this continuation of the resistance. The Superior 5 have landed and have been taking on Destroids and Mark 5 gunner bots, but only for a couple of seconds. So that's where we begin this session. I'm going to allow each person to place themselves, assuming that you all know this battlefield, you all have been here just moments ago, and can come back and assume whatever location you would like to assume. Did I just unlock things, or was that? No, it was me. So yeah, please do put yourselves back. You all would have seen where the Superior 5 would be, and they didn't say we will not be defeated, but they said something much more coy than that. I just haven't had enough to drink tonight, so I'm not going to be good with the words yet, but said something very awesome.
So my understanding is we're coming back in through a portal. Wouldn't we all be coming in at the same spot?
So some of the team can actually return on their own power, non-combat, wherever they would like at that mega scale distance. If you return back with Rune Force, then yeah, you would just appear next to Rune Force in there. I'll put, that's a shielded spot. That's a good place. That's where you and Rune Force will be, unless you just don't want to be near Rune Force.
I will be with Rune Force as well.
Okay.
Cypher and his clan.
In his clan. So here we are.
Oh, y'all put me in front again.
It's initiation.
Not on purpose.
Okay, so Runeforce won't have any of his protective stuff on yet because we just portaled in. But I mean, that he would have said that very, very clearly. As soon as we get in, he'll turn on his protective stuff. Sandcrab, you're enormous, and your token is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I really do think the token is cool. The work that Little Rocket did on these claws, I love it.
Yeah, he did a phenomenal job.
Every time I see it, I love it. And he's perpetually running. Oh, and the new token from Cypher. I'm getting a close-up for the video. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Fantastic.
I saw
Cypher.
it. I saw the picture, but I haven't seen it in game yet.
That's
very
great.
cool.
Very cool. Okay.
And I'm working on some changes for him.
The
I'm working on some changes for him too.
Oh yeah, because you can do that with them. That's cool.
Yeah, technically, no, but
well, but not for pay and for private use. It's totally fine.
Yeah,
I assume.
I'm not. He's not paying me anything.
Yes,
at least that I know of.
If we have to do fine print legal disclaimers for our game, then we have gone down a path. This is not.
Yeah, this is true.
This is not the game we want.
This is not the game you've been looking for.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. I don't have the right mod for my. Oh, weird. Okay, so I'm gonna put, and I think this is remarkable. We are about to bring 20 combatants into combat. Thank you, Brennell. Because I don't know. I don't know that I would enjoy that otherwise. Without some, maybe the hero combat manager could do it too on normal table, but it sure is nice. Shouldn't speak too soon. Maybe it won't. Okay, let's go into combat. Before we get into combat, let's make some introductions. And I'm just going to go down the list. We're not going to give free actions because we won't get a surprise attack because we're coming in to an existing battle. But I would like to give some just kind of flavor from everybody that's on the line. So, Darosh, if you don't mind just giving a little bit of flavor of what Maximum Resistance has been up to and where he is and what he's going to be doing in this scenario. Max, you there? We can't hear you if you are.
You're muted again.
It always happens.
I actually triggered my mute that time.
Purposefully.
I'm a voice on the radio tonight, keeping an eye on the computers and watching over you guys with Socrates.
Very nice. Okay, so the guy in the what do they call it in Spider-Man? Guy behind the.
The guy behind the computer.
In
Ned.
Arrow, it was Overwatch.
Yep.
Awesome. And 30 Bird, Liliana, tell us a little bit about yourself for the folks who haven't heard and what you're thinking right now. You left and came back with us.
Well, this is where I was captured too. Had unfortunate incident where someone stepped out of line and she stood up to them and got sucker punched and wound up here. Happened to break out right about the same time everyone was coming on the scene, and certainly want to make things right because against Dr. Destroyer is where I want to be.
Okay, and that was enough for the team, and so Liliana's fighting alongside the team. Delete that. Rampage, playing Sandcrab. What have you been doing lately? You weren't with the group at the first portion of this battle, but you were at the bunker. So not much time has passed since then, but enough to have done some off-screen stuff.
For sure. Well, as soon as the party came back and they were talking about what was going on and saying that they were going to go back. Of course, Sandcrab was interested, so he went through the portal with Rune Force to arrive at the spot now.
Okay, very cool. And Mareka, anything that you would have been doing off-screen during the moments, or anything special you would want to?
So as we come portaling into the new area, I'll say, "Oh sure, Exo says there's something here, and where's Exo? Oh, he's hiding. Oh, lovely."
Oh, that's awesome, Jim. I don't know if you're listening, but you've been called out. And Little Rocket, with your multiple iterations. Oh, I don't see them. Yeah, and of your multiple iterations of yourself, very colorful. But tell us a little bit about what you've been doing and what your kind of tactics going to be during this session.
Well, he's found a tactic that seems to work against the Destroids. Take them apart. I'm gonna probably stick with that.
Okay, cool. So just as a general flavor bit, you all left. You all were not planning to come back. You all saw Destroids. You all saw Gigaton. We're going face to face with Gigaton, but I think made a concerted decision to get out with prisoners and keep them to safety. What's bringing you back? Is it the Superior 5 appearance? Are you being one-upped? Is this gamemanship that the team doesn't want to leave a new superhero to fight alone? Why do you come back now?
Well, for Rocket, it's
It's because
going along with the standing up. Other people standing up to Destroyer and that. And I mean, yeah, some of these look like they can probably handle it, but knowing what we've gone up against and the issues that we've had with them before, it's just like, no, we're not going to take a chance on leaving anybody to this much possible.
So you don't.
And it's. Go ahead.
Oh no, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's at this point, it's like we're being more and more out there. It's time to show through action that it's what's right and what's wrong.
Okay. And you didn't think that these Superior 5 knew what they were getting into? Maybe they were getting in over their head and you all wanted to back them up? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else got a reason for coming back, or is it just bloodthirsty, or is it just because it's Wednesday night and that's what we do, or what's the?
No, I would say it's to make sure that the Superior 5 don't get. I mean, if they're heroes, we don't want them to get killed, so they could probably use backup.
Okay. Very.
And in this world, it's not often you find yourself outnumbering the other side, and I think with this number of people on their side, you stand a chance of making a difference tonight.
Oh, that's very heroic then. You all intend to wipe out the destroids, the gun bots, and Gigaton, um, maybe even taking some prisoners.
And making sure there are no prisoners left behind.
Oh, yeah, of the
Yeah.
good guys, of course, taking prisoners of the bad. And never mind let me see if I can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 agents in that hangar. Just going to leave that unspoken. Or not.
I've seen that scene in Star Wars. I know how it ends.
That's awesome.
These are
And for
not
those
the agents you're looking for.
and for those who don't know, Liliana in her secret ID is actually an actress, and she is a huge movie and TV buff. So she will try to quote movies when possible.
Ah, okay, nice. Okay. But not in Super ID. They wouldn't know her as a hero, as an actor in her Super ID, right?
Correct, but Liliana will
Yeah.
make the quotes. Yes.
Very nice, very nice. And I'm totally seeing an enormous Max in the corner too. I think everybody just needs to like make a giant statue of themselves over there. I think that's awesome. I don't know why Max is just so much smaller than sand crabs though. It's weird. Anyway, let's get into the combat. The team is appeared, portaled in behind these kind of sideways strewn containers, and we will start at the top of the phase. Little Rocket, you are getting to go first. Little Rocket, are you muted? And you're enormous.
Yeah. I was trying to grow the other one, not him. Okay. Yeah, well, let's see. He'll come up and over the rod. Unfortunately, that move is about there. Yeah, let's take a shot at gun drone 1
Uh-oh.
with with his lightning, because he can see it from there.
Okay, you're gonna hit.
Oh, 13 body.
13, buddy. Okay, you have blasted off pieces of it. You can see. Let me get a piece of paper. Right.
Okay.
And you want to roll knockback? See if it moves.
Oh. Yeah.
It shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't. But no. 9, 18. Whatever it before it's before it's knockback resistance.
Yeah. Actually, I don't
Couldn't think of the word.
It doesn't. So where is Gunbot number 1? Do you see it? You've moved around.
A
And you
gun
just,
drone.
yeah. So you went after it. Were you able
Yeah,
to get?
it's straight ahead.
Were you able to get to it from where you came in at?
Yeah, that's a half move.
You have
He's
60.
got 40-inch.
Where were
He
you?
went 20. Right here. Back with the rest of the group. No, I went 20. 20 is right where I'm at.
Oh, I thought you have to touch them.
No, the lightning is a blast.
Oh, you're blasting. Sorry, I thought you were like
Yes.
hitting, punching. Okay, forgive me.
Well, actually, I mean, I could have.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I have a 40. I have a 40, so I could have done a full move and hit. No, I couldn't have. Anyway, well, I could have. Yeah, never mind. But I didn't.
Okay, it's not going to hit anything, and it's going to be floating up. It just somehow navigated past that destroid. Miraculous. Where's my notepad? Oh, why I can't find the pen I was looking for. Here we go. Okay. All right, so that is Little Rocket has blasted a destroyed gunbot. And now you see this guy in the green. Ooh, he almost has as much dexterity as Little Rocket with his lightning reflexes. Actually, no. How do you turn on lightning reflexes in the thing?
Down under combat.
Because he has it.
We've already started combat. It's too late.
Oh,
No,
that's...
it'll
oh,
change it.
It did. It changed
It'll
it.
change it.
No.
I appreciate that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ding, 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 ding. Well,
Okay.
no, the one that has the lightning reflex is one of the superior 5, so that's okay. We want him to be able to move.
Okay. This little guy is going to run up and it's going to hit this asteroid. Let's see if it can. It can. It can. Okay. Oh, that's cool how his effect fades with him. You see that? I like that.
Very cool.
I don't know if y'all see that like I do, but so
I want glowing special effects. That's cool.
I can work on that. All you had to do is say it. Now I'm going to be on it.
No. Hold on a second. I got extra arms. I'll just stick with them.
Why is he not moving?
He's good.
Okay, so he is going to... Let me make sure I've got that right. Yeah, so he is going to just straight up punch the destroid with all of his speed. So he's basically running into it and then punching it. And let's just see if I've got a... And you see him and Little Rocket. It's impressive. He's blazing fast, and his punches are just like blazing fast punches. Okay, and he did not roll that well. 6 and 14. He hit against destroyed number 3. And he did 14. Oh, okay. But you see pieces of this destroid breaking off as well. And let's roll the dice on knockback. So he had 14 and 7. He's going to fly back too. And again, he's not going to hit anything, but he is going to fly back and he is going to fall over. So he is going to be prone, and you see some things knock off of him, but of course he's a robot, and so it doesn't, it's not stunned or anything like that. But now, after that is Sandcrab.
Alrighty. I think Sandcrab will make a little move a little closer. So he'll move from here and run up next to the other group. Kind of makes himself a target, but there's plenty of other targets in front, so that's not too big of a deal unless they have an AoE, which they probably do, but he'll have to take it. And his claws will reach into the ground, digging up huge amounts of dirt, and he'll throw his dirt entangle right over here at the back of this truck. So that's where he's going to be aiming.
The back of the truck, like behind it?
That area right there.
Okay.
Well, let's see. That is not right. That is too big. Hold on a second.
Yeah, that's enormous. And it would get our runner.
I need to scale this thing down a little bit. Can you turn on hexes for a second so I can make this right?
Yes, I can. Give us a second.
I got to take the dog out and be back.
Okay. It's important.
If Rocket goes again before that, he'll just run up to one of the destroids and start trying to take him apart.
We have a long way to go through. We're only on segment 12. Everybody goes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I'm just saying if. Not probable, but if.
Just don't be that long walking the dog.
Yeah, I think everybody in Playing Champions knows when you have a big battle.
Actually, I think I got it right there. That's pretty close.
Okay.
I'll I'll move it over a hair. This will be my.
How big is it supposed to be?
Supposed to be 8 hexes.
Yeah, pretty close.
So you are. Oh, that's cool. So you have entangled lots of folks. Destroyed 3 was already laying down. Was already down, so he's going to get in it. You will you roll to target that hex actually and make sure you actually get it the way you want to.
Range of 23. Are these single meter hexes or double 2 meter hexes?
No, this is single.
Okay.
Will you, Sandcrab, will you roll to hit that hex? Okay, so you hit it. All right, and will you roll your actual entangle? So this is just dirt and blah, just everywhere, and you're just like throwing it up in the air. Piling debris and dirt. So it's 4 body. Do you have any special on that, or is it just straight up the roll? We can't hear you, Sandcrab, if you're talking.
That's the wrong roll again. It's 5d6, not 46. I don't know why it's not updated, but I'll live with it anyway. So yeah, whatever that roll is.
And you got 4 body. What's the BDED of the entangle?
6.
Okay, cool. So you've got a lot of folks. I'm just gonna go and custom put everybody in their place. Custom org destroyed 4. Custom destroyed 2. Custom destroyed 3. He's already prone, but he's also custom. Am I missing anybody? Obviously, Gun Drone 1. I don't have them on the game. They're more for flavor. They're just rapid.
Gigaton.
What's that? Oh yeah,
Gigaton's
I've already got him. I've already got him
Okay.
customed.
I missed this guy over here. Destroyed 3 is not in it.
Oh, good. Well, that's nice of you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's where the shadow is.
Okay, I think I was just looking in a wrong position. So, destroyed. I mean, the Gunbot 1 was already hit a little bit, but now it is also entangled. And it's not going to be able to get out. So, all right. So you've thrown dirt and debris over all those people, even the car, or the armored truck. And Cypher, it's your turn. Cypher, it's your turn. Are you muted?
Sorry. Cypher's going to wait for Peter Green to do any moving, but he's going to send his Fleetwoods in to scan the area to see what's there.
Okay. Do you want to put them in the places where they should be? Or have you already done that?
Nope, I'm in the process of doing that now.
Okay, so I'm going to hold your whole phase. All right. And you're just going to move everybody around to where they should be. At that moment, one of the Superior 5 goes. Let's move this thing. And he is going to... Can he do this? Yes. Yes, he can. Am I right about this? Yeah. He is going to move a little bit. Is that right? Am I looking at it properly? Yeah. So the gunner guy is going to move over here. And even though that destroyed is down, he is in pretty close range. And I don't think there's a penalty for his fire. No, he is pretty close. And he, in his gun, he is going to just blast at that destroyed. Let's see. He hits. And out of this gun is just this terrific blast. It didn't roll very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones. That's not very nice at all. Okay, so that's 15 body 5. And it will be, what is that?
So glad they're being superior.
Well, they're trying. They're trying real hard.
Maybe it's a good thing we came back.
Well, he actually was. That's just not great. Okay, so
Superior is just a marketing term.
him being on the ground though, whenever you do knockback and somebody's on the ground, doesn't it just knock them more into the ground? He's going to take some additional dice.
It probably just
Whatever makes
knock
sense
him along the
thematically.
ground.
I guess if he's above him and like shooting down, he's going to go further into the ground. But he will just like slide back.
And I think if people are already on the ground, if you're just sliding them back, they only go half distance.
So,
Something to that effect.
yeah, because he's got friction. So he's going to friction move here. And
Rug burn.
so the Fleetwoods get to go.
Okay, so they've moved to those locations.
Okay, fantastical. And they can perception check. Obviously, you see what you see on the table. I don't know if there's anything fancy more to see.
Okay.
Okay. Destroid number 1 is over here. And it is going to come into the fray. Destroid number 1 is going to... Where's his movement? Yeah. Okay, so he is able to fly over... Let me make sure I tab this right. Yeah, he's gonna fly can't move. Fly over here and through the flames. He is going to blast at the tank.
What a burn.
You can see that it's not too bad. Okay.
Yeah, it might be a -1 to his OCV for having to shoot through fire and smoke.
Yeah, he also has combat skill levels that I didn't add, so he would be fine. He hits. And he is hitting him with a Mark II blast. And let's see. Did anything actually happen? Do you all see that?
Not yet.
I just rolled.
Did you right click?
Please wait until the dice come to a complete stop.
There you go.
That took a long time. Oh, and of course a stun multiplier of 1. Okay. All right, so he hits the tank, and the tank absorbs it entirely. So you've got this big blast coming out of the destroid, and the tank not only takes it, but doesn't even move. Like it doesn't push him back at all. That's amazing. Okay, so destroid number 3 is prone. He's going to get up. Destroid number 2 is in the thing, so he is going to try to break out of it.
Getting up is only a half phase action.
Oh, I thought that was a full phase action. So destroid 3, thank you. I appreciate the kindness of that. Is no longer prone, and he is going to hit the gunner that just shot at him. 12. I appreciate the distance. And I'm going to add skill. Oh, I guess he doesn't have any. Where's his skill levels? I know he has some. Why didn't they show up on my... Yeah, +1. That's all. So I will do +1. So he stood up and hits a 6 or less with course, and is, I don't think, going to hit. No. Blasts go past this gunner from this destroyer over here. So this guy, narrowly missed a blast from the destroid that just stood up. Okay. So destroid 2 is going to try to break free of this thing, and he can use his stuff because it's built into him. He doesn't have to reach for any guns or anything like that, so he's just blasting out.
Fine, waste your endurance.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see if we can just do it. Destroyed 2, 13 body. That is 6 and 4. He breaks out. Destroyed 2 is no longer entangled. Destroyed 4 is going to try to break out as well. He's blasting out. Let's see if he can break free on the first try. He does. Thank you. It's very kind. Destroyed 4 laughs at your puny rocks and debris. Gigaton, let's see if he can get out. It'd be funny if he can't. It really would
Yes,
be.
that would be hilarious.
Should be able to get out.
With his 10 strength. Oh, maybe
Oh
not.
no, but he did a blast. I mean, he's got blasts from his hands. He can break out. Yeah, he isn't. Oh, and he's actually really strong. Huh. Interesting. So Gigaton also blasts free from the debris. Blasts free from the debris. Okay. All right. The next person that's going to go is this mage person over in the corner, and he is going to open the wrong character file. Yeah. So he is going to fly up. 1, 2, 3, 15. He's going to fly up on top of this armored truck.
Mound of dirt.
Yes, mound of dirt. He's standing on it, and he is going to directly attack Gigaton. Let us see.
So, just quick point of order about the entangles and breaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Since they actually did double the body, they actually get a full action after breaking out of the entangle.
Yeah, but after the defense, I don't think it was double.
Yes, because it was 6 defense and 4 body. So that would have been, if they do more than 14 body, it would have been double the body. It doesn't have to be double the defense. It has to be double the remaining body. So, like the Destroid 4 that did 15 body, you take 6 off of that for the defense. That would leave 9 left. That's more than double the body that was remaining.
Oh, that's a good point. So I'm going to go ahead and give them some free actions. And let's just see.
Number 2 would break out, but he's only going to get a half phase action.
But Gigaton would get a full action too.
Yes.
So I'm gonna move it back because this matters. So Destroyed 4 and Gigaton will get to act. Destroyed 4. Thank you for correcting that. I would not have wanted to.
I was actually sitting here reading that, like, entangles and breaking out of them are always one of those things that people kind of get sideways at times.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, entangles become the, hi, you can never get out of this, and we're just going to lock you down for an entire game.
And Rampage would be perfectly happy with that.
That's mental entangles.
Mental entangles are really good at that, yes.
Okay, so Destroid 4 is going to hit the runner. And he's got a... No, he does not have a negative to his hit. But he does have a +1 to hit. So he's going to hit a 7. Golly, am I just rolling bad, or is that... No? Okay. Did we get somebody? Or did we lose somebody? Okay, so Destroid 4 would have missed his blast, so runner is just too shifty. Gigaton is going to fly.
Isn't he entangled?
No, he busted out. So now, because he doubled it, does he get a full action, or does he get only a half action after he's out? I think it's only a half after that.
If you double it, it's a full action. If you break out of it, you get a half action. And if you don't do enough to break out of it, you're stuck in it still.
Okay, so he can. That just seems so weird that he's basically getting 2 actions after getting out of his entangle. The act of getting out of the entangle and then another full action. But I get your point.
Yes.
I mean, it entangles just.
It's like casual strengthening through a door, right? Why should a door
Yeah.
stop a super?
Yeah,
It doesn't.
Yeah. Okay, so instead, Gigaton is going to fly on top of the dirt mound, and he's going to hit the tank. He's going to try to hit the tank at least. Where are you, Gigaton?
You got to kind of think about it this way. It's entangling Gigaton, but Gigaton's hands all of a sudden burst with energy, and the stuff around him just flies away, and he moves.
Oh, yeah. I love that. Okay. So he has a lot of skill levels. He's not going to miss. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, yeah. So wonderful. So he hits the tank. But he also hits a lot of people. Good Lord. Can I borrow your ring? I think everybody's out of this except for the gun drone, but it's never going to get out, so I'm actually going to just remove it off of the table because it can't. I guess it could try to blast out. Will you just put a ring around the tank? And it's got to be 30 meters.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and it probably should be like behind him somewhere with all of you all, not around the tank. Good Lord, did he just get himself in it?
30 meters.
Well, he would have to put it like on that trailer at the near the front.
Yeah, I just didn't realize that. Honestly, I'm gonna do it because it just ruins the game if I don't. He's gonna put it on the back. He's gonna get everybody.
That big?
Is that 30? He's gonna put it all the way near the
That's
back.
32 to 36. Let me go back to one. This is
Yeah, and I'm just gonna put it
9 to 16.
here.
As that is. Measure it.
Did I just do something dumb?
That's all right.
Yep, this is good. I like this.
That's only 16, so it would almost be double that size.
Yeah. I can make it bigger. There you go.
Okay.
How's
That's
that?
much closer.
Put it on top
A little
of the
bit
trailer.
big, but not much.
We can shrink it.
It's only like 2 or 3 meters too big.
That's good for me.
All right.
Okay. Gigaton is furious with everything that's happened here, and he even knows that there are his own soldiers in the rooms, but he is going to just basically light this whole thing on fire, or giga blast, so an atomic blast.
Very social.
That's the way he rolls. Of course.
Can we abort back through the portal?
Well, no, you came in with with Rune Force. He doesn't have the portal open anymore. So that is, I don't know that it's going to hurt anybody really. I mean,
We'll take
13
if he's
body,
done.
13 body and 38 stun.
It's an epically terrible roll.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But there's more fire.
ED, I assume.
Say again. Yeah,
ED.
it is ED. Let me get that thing down. I don't like it where it is. Okay. So everybody take your stun damage if you need to, or your body damage. What was that? 38 rune force. Now take some damage too. Let's see if assassin takes any damage. Yeah, a little bit. 12. What's that? 12, 28. That is the only problem with having a bunch of people on the table. You gotta take care of them all. Okay. And remarkably, the mage guy, he doesn't seem phased by this at all. Interesting. Neither does the tank. Rune Force. How was Rune Force feeling about it? No, not bad at all. Okay, and Cypher, you doing okay over there? And your Stevies and your minions, everybody?
I'm just working my way through it.
Oh, all of the things that took all that damage? That's funny. Okay. Okay.
Apparently severely underestimated the amount of defenses they would need in this game.
14 dice is getting you. Did it knock you out at all, or are you...
No. Not this time.
Not this time, okay. Okay, so after that, Mage is going to...
Rocket stunned. Con stunned.
Con stunned. That's tough.
So is Cypher.
Okay, so Mage is going to fly up and face Gigaton. Face to face. If I can get it there. Is that face to face? No.
Just cheated a little bit. Move him back and then put him in front of it, so it
Thank
looks
you. I
cool.
appreciate that. Is that better?
Yeah.
So the mage flies up in front of Gigaton and is going to kind of put his hands up near his head, you know, and they're glowing like this. Let's see if I can actually do it. And how do you make a 2-hit off of mental defense? I know there is a way, right? OMCV? Yeah.
You just make a new hit in the roll maker and use OMCV.
Under the old system, you used to be able to just click on MCV and it would do it, but not this new model.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to actually create it to hit with MCV.
Okay. I need to do a CV modifier for roll now. Let's just see. 9 or less. Let's just see if Gigaton has that much of mental defense. It does. He does not. So the mage has encapsulated Gigaton, his head, in this purple energy, and is speaking to him. Oh wow, what a great roll. 49 on a mind control.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
He's got almost complete control. Oh, what is that? He's exceeded it by 30. I've got my useful charts I'm going for, but if anybody knows, I think that's enough to get him to do things that he wouldn't do.
Correct.
He will stand and dance on one foot.
That's right. Ego plus 30, target will perform actions he is violently opposed to doing.
Like fondle Dr. Destroyer.
I don't know that he's violently opposed to that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair. That's true. But that means he's even more likely to do it.
Yeah, no, that's only in the second level. Let me make sure it's actually, he's got 11 ego, and he doesn't, let me just give him all the benefits, make sure he doesn't have any mental defense. He does have some mental defense. So that is minus 10. So that's 21. That is still 28 points. So plus 28. Target will perform actions he is normally against doing. Target will believe any statement that doesn't contradict strongly held beliefs. Okay. The mage is just whispering to Gigaton, and you all can't really hear. I guess some of those with crazy hearing would be able to know, but Gigaton basically sits and almost is like in the not the thinker's pose, but in the lotus pose, and is just seated. And the assassin is going to run up. Make sure about this. Is that right? She can do that. Yep. She does this kind of a leaping run, bounding, then kind of swirls around up onto the top of the truck.
Pile of dirt.
Pile of dirt. True. Thank you. I appreciate that correction. There's not a pile. I need to give you like a pile of dirt effect.
That would be cool.
And she swings her sword at the seated Gigaton.
Wow, that's a little brutal.
Are we talking execution style?
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
She swings straight at him. This is a compound power, so there are going to be 3 things that happen. First is a killing attack. Seriously? I'm just doing terrible. That's actually not too terrible, but 10 body, 20 stun. This is all combined because it's a compound power.
Killing attack bounces off of his neck.
Well, but again, it's all compound, so it's all part of one attack. It's not gonna, it won't go individually. So that is 33, what is it, 23 plus, so it's 43 and 18 body. And this kind of green wisping energy kind of permeates him. So the sword slices through portions of him, but the green energy permeates him as well. And that is a stun 6, but he's got power defense. Let me make sure I've got right on that. Tell me he's got power defense. Doesn't he? Okay, so he doesn't have power defense, so that stun's going to come off of him. But even while he is seated and taking a direct hit, there's not really a way to shrug it off, but you can see that he's not moving, and the sword permeates him. But again, like you said, Rampage, it doesn't permeate him. So how much was that altogether? She just sliced him with a sword. 43, 23 halved is 11. So 11, so that's 52. And I don't think any of that body gets there. Okay. And he is not going to move. So she did just slice at him, even though he was seated. And it really didn't seem to
So
hurt
here's
him.
a question: since it's a compound power, does the body of the different attacks get combined into one?
You know, I actually thought about that, and I couldn't find a source on it when I built the power. And if it, because my
I don't think the defenses get to apply each separately because it's not 3 attacks; it's 1 attack.
yeah, my logic
So
on it
there's
was if it doesn't, I wouldn't have built it as a compound. I would have just put all the points into the killing attack.
correct.
Like
Right.
why would I do it? Why would compound do it that way? So I just added
Right.
it all up out of logic.
Okay. Good. That's what I
I
was
think
making
in
sure.
general, compound powers aren't necessarily meant to be stacked with multiple damage types. You'd have like a energy blast with a flash, which
Right.
would have 2 different defenses.
Well, but in this
Right.
sword, it's an energy sword that is sharp, and so I
No,
thought,
I understand. So that may be why you didn't find anything with compound powers and defenses
oh,
stacking like that.
yeah, because it's not typical that way. But for this one, it just felt right. So
And that's fine.
But if it's an energy sword, that means one goes against Edie and the other one goes against Petey, in which case they should be broken up.
that's interesting. But it defeats the purpose of,
Sorry.
yeah.
Again, I don't use compound powers enough to be fluent in them. So I would have to dig into rules for that, which I can if you want me to later.
No, it's okay. I think for me, I want that effect where it is energy but I also agree that of energy sword attack going at somebody that's got like an energy force field, the piercing slashing is going to be treated different than the energy, right? It will be like even though I want the double effect, it does go through those. I'll have to figure out for special effect and for game. It didn't phase him whatsoever. He shrugs it off. Nobody gets through. But that is an interesting thought. How would you handle that? If anybody's willing to look it up, I just, gosh, would appreciate it. Okay, so Liliana, you see all this happening, dirt flying, mage flying, controlling, all this stuff happening from a distance. You see it in the back. What are you going to do? And you've been blasted by Gigaton's blast. Everybody has.
Well, she's concerned that the attack that she was going to do might break him out of his mental stupor, so she's going to change and she's going to fly. Trying to drop her on the container here.
Wish it was a collider.
Oh, I can't.
Sorry about that. I can lock her there if you'd like.
Yeah, please.
Yep.
Yeah, she wants to be up, just high enough that she can. There we go.
Actually, I've got I didn't lock her. Sorry. I moved her, but didn't lock her. Okay, gotcha. Very cool. I can't hear you. Okay, it's like if you're talking, we don't hear you.
No, I'm trying to do a measurement from where she is now to the destroid, but my line's showing up really weird.
I'm going to snapshot of that. It's cool.
Okay, well, I am trying to shoot destroid number 1. I think I measured the range at about 13 earlier. If someone could give me that range, I'd appreciate it. My ruler is not working. So.
That 13 is going to...
Well, from where she's at to destroid 1. I'm just talking for range modifier.
Mm-hmm. It's, I think it's -1. -2, excuse me. -2.
Yep. All right. She's going to unleash with her attack. It's called Spectral Slice. What you see is purple spirits forming a physical sharp wedge flying through the air at destroid 1.
This is the one that is closest to her. Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
Yep. So, and this is, she uses her OMCV, but it hits against DCV.
That hits.
Okay. And this is armor piercing.
Is it against physical damage or energy?
It is physical.
Okay. That's gonna
Armor piercing.
It's gonna hurt. So that means it halves the defenses. And 6, 6. 32 and 6 body. Good gosh. So you see, so you did 6 body damage. If you want to describe
And
how that happens.
I did forget to say one thing before I did my attack. She has a force wall. She was going to put that up around herself. Oh, you know what? She can't do that with that attack. That was when she was going to attack Gigaton. Never mind.
Okay. Does that attack do knockback?
Absolutely.
Okay, roll your knockback.
Wrong side of the board for that. All right.
Okay, so it's gonna go back, but it's also gonna hit that gunner bot that's right behind it, without it's gonna take, what is that? Is it 7 dice immediately hitting that gun drone, and then there's like a concrete, there's like brick pallets, but I don't think it's gonna do anything after that. So the gun drone and it are gonna get pushed back. The gun drone has 7 dice. So if you want to roll the 7 dice of damage there, I don't think that's going to hurt the destroyed, but if you want to roll it for both of them, that'd be cool. Well, once, but I'll just apply it. Okay, so that body doesn't get through either one of them, so it just pushes them back. The destroyed is now prone. The gun drone remains flying. Okay, Stevie.
Okay, Stevie moves over to this location here. And then he'll use his wall breaker attack on the wall of this unit.
The hangar unit?
Yes.
So you're just busting through there. You just want to deal with more agents, don't you? But I guess you wouldn't know that there are agents in there, so
True.
others
That's
might.
where I should have thrown my entangle. Darn.
Yeah, and I don't even have them on the board, so as soon as anybody wants to entangle all those in there.
11 body to break through the wall.
Yeah, you break through it.
Okay. And that would be my turn.
Okay, so yeah, Stevie sees it, but I don't think anybody else does, that there are people inside that thing. In that hangar. All right. Max, it's your turn.
Over the radio, I will just remind people that work as a team, focus fire people down. These are droids. Burn them down because they'll still keep functioning. So
The team counselor over the voice. Okay, so you're not going to try
that's
to
right.
take any act. Obviously, you're not there, so.
Not right.
Okay, cool. Rune Force is going to act, and he's going to ask Liliana if she is okay, or does she need any support?
I'll be fine in just a second.
Okay, so he will not turn on any of his supports. Oh, she's not even near him.
Cypher says, ow.
Okay.
Rocket goes, huh?
I just don't think he's got enough range to help every them or both of y'all, but let's see. He's not good enough.
Gigaton has a huge AoE. Why doesn't Rune Force?
Ouch. Because his multi-power wasn't as big as Gigaton's was in the beginning.
Yeah, he probably doesn't get that villain bonus either.
No. Oh, but it is big now. I mean, he could have. What is it? Let's just see. That's only 8 meters area of effect. So, but he will. He'll turn that on. 8 meters area of effect. How far is that going to get? So if he does it here, I don't think I can get every.
Probably take a
Yeah,
half
but
move.
a 14 dice area effect that size is it's probably 120 point power or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Do you have the way to make your little thing 8 meters?
Yeah. 8 meters. Eight. You mean 4 meter radius
No,
or 8 meters diameter?
8 meter radius.
And that's the default. Just where is it? Where'd you put it?
Well, it's over here.
Just mouse over it and hit 2.
Thank you. Oh, that's so small. Man, that hurts.
Remember, Cypher is behind you.
Yeah, I don't think he can get. It's not going to be able to get all of you. But your bots can help you. But I think he's gonna choose the more people up front. Sorry, Cypher.
I'll remember this. Don't worry.
Teamwork. Okay, so he is going to turn on Innovation Race, and so just cosmic energy comes out of him, as in the runes flare up, and actually he has to move to get there, but he can. That's not that far for him, and everybody that's in that has an additional 14/14 resistant defense.
Oh, now it's time to play.
I was going to say I could have used that a couple of seconds ago.
Yeah, sorry everybody. my dex is low. I haven't put much there. Okay. And that is his turn. So Ghost is not with us. The tank is going to.
Now, is that only while we're in that radius, or it's on us now and we can move away?
Yeah, that is something that I've not found good rules interpretation for. And I will say it is. Grantor can only grant the power to others. Only not to. It just says usable nearby. So I think it means it's only while you're there. Which kind of sucks. I don't know how to. Like, I would like for it to be given, but I think the special effect of it even is that while you are in that radius of him, because it's
It's
just.
still charged without the controller.
Sorry. Oh, you were talking to somebody else. Okay. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be useful while you're not there. While you're not in the radius. Sorry.
What was the power?
It's resistant defense, usable nearby, in a 8 meter radius. Because he's basically like cosmic energy that's flowing out from him. It's wrapping you up while you're like surrounded by swirling cosmic energy. And if you leave that range, you just don't have the swirls around you anymore.
Nuts.
Sorry. So while you're there, I could have done an aid. That might have been more helpful next time.
Right. So because you built it as an AOE, I think that's how it works. If you had done it as you just touch somebody and give them the power, then I think they can move away further. But no, I don't know. So so it's kind of strange because I think I saw somewhere in the rules where it said
there's also nearby. He's got it limited to nearby as well, so you could move away, but there's still going to be a limit to how far you can go. And I think that's probably like the range of the power.
So it's so hard. The description of nearby says this advantage allows a character to give a power to another character as a blessing, to grant other temporary powers, or impose a power on another character without his consent. Now, it doesn't say anything about the radius, like when you're no longer nearby, especially for a constant power. like that. I have now given you a constant power.
I think as long as the endurance is paid, you can move out of the area of casting, but not beyond the range of the power. And the range of the power is definitely bigger than this battlefield.
Yeah, I have a hard time with it because resistant defense doesn't cost endurance.
In that case, I would say it's only within the radius of his effect.
And that, to me, that's special effect enough, because it's almost like he's acting like a star, right? And as long as you're in his orbit, you're getting the benefit of it. So I'm not going to press it anymore. So
Makes sense.
no freebies. I just need to expand because it is selective. So I mean, I just assume you all are willing, so I'm not rolling. But I do have extra combat skill levels just so I could give it to people. Okay, so while you're there, you're safe. The tank is going to move out of the protective area. Make sure I've got that right for him. He is going to run. I think he's gonna push. No, he's not. He's not gonna go straight after the. Just trying to get a good. How could he get through? So he's going to run through this destroyed one. Can he add his strength to his move through, or is it only his speed? That is only his velocity. That's the real question. I think it's strength.
Pardon? What's the question?
He's about to do a move through to one of these destroids. Can he add the move through velocity dice to his strength that he is about to hit him with, or can he only do velocity?
You get your strength in a move through.
Yeah, that's what I was
Move through is strength plus velocity divided by 6.
Correct.
Okay. So he is going to go 25. So that is what, 4 more dice?
No, 25 would be 2.5 dice.
You said divided by 6, so let's divide by 6.
Oh, divided by 6. Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking the minus the OCV. Yeah, you're right. Divided by 6. So yeah, 4 dice.
Okay, so let's see if he can hit that guy. Move through.
And it's minus 2 to OCV.
It's to DCB. Minus 2 to DCB.
It's minus 2 to OCV. It's minus 3 for standard for DCV, but it's minus velocity divided by 10 for OCV.
Oh, so he's taking a minus 3. Got it. Okay, let me make sure he doesn't have. I see what you mean, because it is OCV divided by. Got it.
You're saying a minus 2 to hit.
Correct.
He doesn't have any skill levels with that, which he probably needs to invest in them.
If
So-
you roll the maneuver, it'll calculate that. Does it calculate velocity if you
No,
I
roll
got
the
to do
maneuver?
minus 2.
it doesn't know your velocity.
There should be a box for that somewhere.
Should be. Should
That would be cool. You just put in your movement speed and it would know your strength already.
People don't even use the rangefinder.
What did I DCB?
Mostly because it's hard to remember how to use it.
So he
The
did.
rangefinder's stupid easy.
So
You click number, put number in it, done.
So he missed
Well,
the tank, which is sad because it would have been devastating.
actually, if you
Down.
That he missed.
He missed.
That one was the one
Oh,
I
no.
just knocked down. It should be prone,
Oh,
or at least on its butt.
Oh yeah, destroyed 1. Thank you for that. Let's see. Destroyed 1 is prone, so that would be halved. I'm gonna give the
It
benefit.
hit. Wow.
Yeah, so it does hit. Thank you for saying that. Y'all are working with me. So he,
Team effort.
yeah, against the bad guys. So he hits that destroyed with 4 more dice plus his strength, which is enormous. How many is that?
the rangefinder actually, the distance you can click on 2 objects.
Yeah, I could do it right there. and then just determine the modifier, but it's not the right divider for OCV impact. It's the range modifier, not
Yeah.
but still.
That's what I'm saying is that people don't even use the range modifier in their ranged attacks. I mean, they, forget that the range modifiers exist a lot of times or don't include it in their hit roll or anything else. So
I like it. Okay, I'm going to do damage 24 dice.
and you can get that 2 model thing to work, but it's kind of finicky.
So that is 21. I'm not rolling so great. That's a lot of ones. 21.
It's still a lot of damage.
Yeah. 21.
Yeah, that would put me unconscious. Well, maybe
9 body gets through.
for sure stunned.
Well, but it's a bot.
9 body gets through?
Mm-hmm. It's 20.
What?
They're robots.
Huh.
Their defenses are 3 times as expensive because they
Mm-hmm.
only take body.
Oh, gotcha.
So, but it does fly back. Let me just do the 2 dice of that. He's going to take that damage too. Half of it at least. 9, 21. That's going to go back. And that's actually going to hit those concrete things. That's 3. So he's going to take an additional 6 dice. That doesn't hurt him. Okay. Ugh, come on. I'm not being able to move stuff the way I want to. There we go. Okay. And that half of that damage would have been, what was that? So 40 and 11 would have hit that tank would have taken.
Yes.
Okay. 10. No. He is entirely unfazed by his move through. Like, none of it got through him.
Wow, 40 defenses. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Peter Green. Cypher, are you on mute?
Yep. Okay. So Peter will put on his usable nearby power to protect Cypher. And then the 2 of them together will, Cypher will grab hold of Green and teleport over to the hole that Stevie just put in the wall.
Okay. Redecorating.
Exactly. What does he see on the inside?
He sees like munitions and supplies, even some tanks in there. He also sees some soldiers that were like readying and waiting for instruction. And maybe they even kind of look scared, right?
Exclusive for Xbox Series X.
Are they like did the attack that Gigaton did that affect them at all? No.
2 of them it did, and actually yes, they are hurting, because it would have affected all of them. So they are not even just that, they're hurting. Thank you for reminding me of that. Many of them are knocked out. They're on the ground. Some of them are bleeding. This is they're hurt.
Okay. And
Is that Cypher's turn and Peter Green? You moved with him?
yes.
Okay. Do you want to communicate anything to anybody, or are you...
I will let the rest of our team know that there are a bunch of agents in here. Are they basically incapacitated or?
Yeah, they functionally are incapacitated. He has knocked out his own agents.
Okay.
Okay. That was the longest segment of combat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, recoveries for anybody that needs them.
Oh yeah.
Need is a relative term. I'll take it though.
that likes to take recoveries.
I need.
So we are in segment.
Oh, post 12. Do I get the stun recovery even though I'm still stunned?
I think
No.
I thought it was an automatic recovery.
It's an automatic recovery unless you are stunned. If you have not recovered from stun, you do not get a recovery. At least that used to be the rules. I don't know what it is in 6.
I don't think you can
I don't think
recover.
that's the case anymore.
Yeah.
It depends on how far down you actually are, too.
Oh no, I wasn't unconscious. I was just
Oh no,
stunned.
then you get your post 12, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're still stunned, but you get your post 12.
Yeah, you can't
Right.
not be stunned, but you do get the recovery. Yeah.
I'll double check on that while you guys do your thing, but
Okay, so we're at the top of segment 2, and it is Runner. Someone finally going before Little Rocket. Okay, so Runner is going to come up and come after Gigaton. They're all just surrounding him. And he is going to put his hand next to his ear and snap. And anybody wants to roll some intelligence rolls? Can. Or anybody has any common knowledge of like Millennium City or even just things like kind of history of Millennium City or even supers or stuff like that? Intelligence. Okay. Little Rocket's intelligent. Otherwise, everybody just roll intelligence if you don't have any knowledge skills that are related to Millennium City. So you do have that. Millennium, you had superheroes and villains, some people. And you succeeded. Wow.
I had it on an 8 or less, and I made it.
That's amazing. And then I think, from back in the day, when you were younger, Cypher, maybe even in college. Is it college for Cypher or is it, no, that's,
Yes.
okay. You maybe have had like some fanatic or some remembrance of the champions, and you maybe remember the champion Kinetic. He had that thing where he would do his finger snap next to people's ears.
Cool.
It kind of reminds you of that. Let me do the actual power. He does it. Let's see if he actually hits. Did I roll it? Yeah, he hits. Okay, supersonic finger snap. Okay, that's 19 stun to him, to Gigaton. Oh, but Gigaton would have gotten a recovery too. Oh. So he's actually just back to where he was.
Unless the mage says to him, "You don't want to recover."
Do you get a choice about taking a post segment 12? That's interesting.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah. Okay, so Runner has done the finger snap in his ear. Little Rocket, it's your turn.
Well, see, what have we got? What is my?
What you doing?
Okay. No, that one's buried, isn't it? Is it still buried?
The gun drones are buried still, but the destroids are out. There's nothing buried anymore.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna run over here. It's a half move, and see if I can start to take him apart. I think I hit it.
Yes.
Some disassembly required.
How much did you do?
Yahtzee.
Okay, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones.
oof,
Not much. 61.
Okay. So that is against which destroid?
4.
Destroyed 4. I'm gonna write that down. 60 what point? 61. Okay, you see little bits and pieces flying off, but he's still active. He's still doing his thing.
Yeah. Well, with 5 ones.
Yeah. Okay, Sandcrab, it's your turn. Sandcrab, you there?
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm here. Let's see. Interesting.
I'm sorry, that did Rocket stuff didn't happen. He had to recover from being stunned.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot.
That's okay.
We're in phase 2.
We are.
KO.
Are you gonna try to KO him?
No, I mean they've got him. I'm more worried about the destroids. There's 2 of them over here next to the tank. I'm gonna go over there and help him. So I will leap over here and land next to tank. Well, not in the fire. That's probably not a good idea. Right there next to tank. And
Boiled
I'll say to
crab.
tank, I'll grab him. You stab him. And I'll grab destroid number 2. And I'll give him a squeeze just to see if I can put some damage on him. But I'm expecting that the 0 DCV will help tank hit him. So I'll make my hit roll.
Oh yeah, because Tank is kind of a barbarian. Did you hit? Are you rolling still? Yeah, you got him. Goodness. So you grabbed him. And let me see if there's a strength contest because you're gonna have to.
I'm still applying my strength damage to him. He doesn't get an action until his action. It's my phase right now, so I'll give him my damage.
So you aren't the hold, I guess. So you're just squeezing him, but whether or not you can actually hold him is on his turn. You're saying? I thought it was a contested grab to see if you could actually grab him.
He gets an immediate breakout roll, but he has to use casual strength.
Yep. So let's say. So is that half?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's just.
And this
see.
isn't going to be like a bear hug claw kind of grab. The strength damage might be, that my claws grab him around the ankles and then I'll slam him against the ground, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and he's not going
So
to
that
be.
his
His strength
body is
isn't going to get you there anyway. So yeah, you're going to do it. You're making him. Okay.
great roll.
Yeah. Destroyed 2 is going to take some damage on that. You see some pieces of him break off, and because you actually don't have target falls as part of your grab, you just have him. So he is. What is the right thing? Is that
Grabbed.
But is there a status for that? Is it just the equivalent of prone? Half DCV, or is it 0 DCV since he's grabbed?
It's 0 DCV.
Yeah, I just don't have a status for it, that's all. Okay, cool. So I'll just do custom for that. Okay. Okay, now it's Cypher's turn. Oh, you're holding, or are you going to do something?
If these guys are all unconscious, I'm going to disarm them.
Oh, I'm also going to spend 5 endurance for something new that Sandcrab can do, which is helpful nudge. His in his HUD, he'll go into a defend your allies type power.
How big is it too? How can he can he help people
As
nearby?
far as his claws can reach, so just 3 meters.
Okay, so Tank is going to get helpful nudge, I guess.
Correct.
That's really cool. Why is the assassin on the ground? It's totally unfair. No, assassin. I was really creative with the names. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not, but I liked it. What?
I think it's pretty theme oriented for the group, right? They all have that kind of a name: runner, tank,
Yeah, no.
mage, assassin.
Yeah, me and my help. So,
Basically, Friday night's D&D session decided to become superheroes.
so what is the effect of the helpful nudge that you are giving? How does it happen?
If the hit against him misses by 2, then his claws reach out and give Tank a little shove to avoid the attack. Basically, moving him out of the way.
So he's got DCV to kind of help position people.
Correct.
Cool. Okay. Cypher, now what were you saying you were going to do? Start to take some things apart?
If all the agents in this unit, the storage thing here, are out, I will disarm them.
Okay, yeah, and they really are. They're hurting. They're not unconscious, but some of them are just stunned. And do you want to be in there while they're recovering? Because they will recover. Or are you going to try to further their stun situation? I don't have to put it in combat if you're just going to just kind of keep making them unconscious. But if you don't attend to them as far as their stun, they are gonna recover and get up.
They are going to recover, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I don't have an area effect attack other than a flash, and if they're unconscious right now, then that won't help. But if I can disarm them all, that's what I'm gonna spend my turn doing, just disarming them, so that even if they wake up, they won't have any weapons to use.
How would you? Are you just gonna go to each of them and just take their guns away? Because that's gonna take you some. I mean, I guess you could do multi attacks while they're unconscious. Multi attack disarms, and with them being unconscious, it shouldn't take that long. How many of them are there in there?
7.
Yeah, so what you could probably do 3 in a turn.
8, maybe.
In 2 turns or 2 phases, you can get all their things away, and they won't be back by then. So yes, for the next 2 phases, you'll be taking their weapons away.
Perfect.
That is cool. Okay. So Gunner goes next, and he is going to also surround point blank from behind him. And he's going to fire. And I'm going to do a 2-hit, but I guess I don't leave him. He's seated. I mean, he's got a 0 UCB. I guess. Yeah, so he's going to hit.
Prone is technically half.
Just a blast to the back of his, head. 64 stun, 18 body. Gigaton is amazing. So that is 44 stun gets through. None of the body does. And then 22 of that after resistance. Okay. Goodness. So that is D2 V30. 29. Okay. And is now Max's turn. Max, are you gonna speak to the team from far off?
Status of the team. Do we need any reinforcements, medical personnel on site? What support are you guys going to need?
Well, there's a bunch of agents here that are in pretty bad shape. They are the bad guys, but they're still bleeding.
Or do you want medical support sent in?
Sure. But wait till we give the all clear.
So what are you gonna like call military ambulances in or something? What are you gonna do?
Well, I was actually going to see, doesn't Rune Force have, it's not phaser, is it?
Oh yeah,
Um,
phaser can heal. Yeah, it is phaser. Yeah, she could.
I would see if we can get phaser prepped to be on site.
Yeah, so she'll take the explore plane and she can get there within moments. So it's gonna take a little bit, but she'll get there. The plane's a lot faster than it used to be. So she'll get there so she can heal people. So you call her up over the comms
Yep.
and she's on her way. She is en route. Okay, that is the end of segment 2. We are at segment number 3 and Runner goes again. Little Rocket, how does it feel to have a buddy? He's right there with you.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him yet.
Okay, so he is going to hit. He is going to finger snap again. He's just like doing finger snaps left and right. Ooh, 23 stun this time. And that's going to come down half. So that is 11. 18. Okay. Now, the rocket. What you doing?
Now I'll try the
Mm-hmm.
get over there and
Oh, take apart the.
disassemble.
Yeah, do you want to re-roll
Yeah.
it, or do you want to take the old roll you had? I thought you want to re-roll, huh?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Can I use the same hit?
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. It's you got him, and you're gonna take some pieces off of him.
Yeah. Since it's betting more.
Oh no! You sure you
No,
want
let's
that?
take the old
Take
one.
the old one. Take the
No,
old
let's
one.
take the old one.
So you see some pieces of him fall off, fly off. Fleetwood gets a chance to go.
They're just moving around, so Christine, being sassy and all, goes in to keep an eye on Cypher inside the storage unit. On the other side, John is investigating whatever's in the other unit. And somewhere around here is, there he is Lindsay, and he's moving further out. How many of the destroids are still up?
2 are, and custom destroyed 2 is grabbed by Sandcrab, but destroyed 3 and 4 are still just standing.
Not attacking or anything?
Oh no, they look ready to attack. It's just their turns come next.
Okay.
Where is Destroyed 3? I've not seen it.
I think it's over here on the side somewhere. Yeah, he's in the corner. He just hasn't even got a chance. Oh, he tried to go. Yeah, you see him?
Yep, I was zoomed in too close.
Okay. So I will say, Cypher, you'll see if you went into the other hangar, that portal is still open back to the underground bunker where you all were previously.
Oh, the one that I wanted to abort through to.
Well, I don't know that you when you wanted to abort through it, you were near Rune Forest, but the portal that XO jumped through.
Okay.
That's
That's
over
in here.
Yeah, it's over on this, not on the one that you're in right now. It's on the other one. If one of your Fleetwoods is over there.
Okay. Yes, one of the Fleetwoods is over there.
Yeah, so there's an open portal over there, and there's nobody in there. They had all run out to fight you all the first time.
Okay. Very good. That's it for the Fleetwoods. Yep.
Okay, Destroyed number.
In between actions, really quick. A 30 bird. Are you is your camera view right now a top-down view?
No, I'm in third-person perspective.
Okay. So the P key will let you change from third person to first person to top
Oh yeah.
down. I just wanted to make sure you weren't stuck in the wrong position. Okay,
Nope, I was good. I had zoomed in too close to the map.
got it.
Are y'all okay if we spend a little bit more time to finish through this, and then we'll
Yeah.
go into the after talk with the kind of meta conversation? Everybody okay?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so Destroid 1 is prone, so he's going to stand up, and it's going to blast the tank. Get the combat maneuver off of him, and then it will dice roll. And I think it actually has. No. It's going to. Okay, where are you, tank?
Haha, you missed.
Because you're gonna add to it, aren't you?
2, yep.
Yeah, he does. He misses. It's awesome. The grab. That's awesome. He wouldn't have. He wouldn't
So
have.
the way that works is that it's actually the suit reacting, not Rex Miller. So it's sort of like its own sentient defense.
So I think a question. This is just special effect. Tank weighs a lot. Would you apply it to him? I know you've paid for it, so no doubt, right? But just thinking, tank weighs like 1,600 kilograms, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Can the suit move that much of him?
well, the suit has a 70 strength, so
Yep,
he
so
would
it
be able
can.
to move a lot of things.
That's awesome. So it does. It could pretty much move anything. Great. So Destroid blasts and the suit moves him out of the way. That's awesome. Destroid number 3 is going to come into the fray, and it's going to try to get this. It's going to try to get the gunner away. So it's going to come up behind the gunner, and it's going to hit him. Same grab is at -2. Oh, okay, cool. That's so nice of you to tell me that. Destroid 3 is going to hit, or is going to try to hit gunner. He's going to miss. So it blasts pass on the right. But that's funny. This is just not their time. Destroid 2 is grabbed. So he's going to try to get free, but he can't. But he could actually try to blast at you. So he's going to.
He can. His defense is going to be a little lower.
His defense or his OCV?
His OCV, sorry, his OCV and well, defense too. His OCV is going to be a little lower.
Yeah, I think it's
Let me see what
halved
it
from
is.
being grabbed. Isn't that right?
I think so, but let me double check it. Grab. Oh, it doesn't say here.
But he's
I think
down.
you're
Like,
right though.
but I think he's even like the equivalent of prone. So that's half DCV or half
Yeah,
OCV. But
I
then
can
that's
live with
fine.
it.
He's still gonna try to do his thing at you. So
Okay.
Destroid 2 is gonna try to hit. Of course. Oh. So what would that be? 6 DCV 6 or less. That's not gonna hit you, is it? Or OCV
Nope,
6 or less. Okay, so he's
not quite good
blasting.
enough.
Yeah. He's trying. He's trying. Just be soon they're gonna start exploding. Destroid 4 is being taken apart by Little Rocket, but he's going to try to hit you. See if he can actually hit. He doesn't have any negatives, but of course he doesn't hit with a DC5. I'm rolling terribly tonight. So he blasts at Little Rocket, but Little Rocket's just moving too fast and he can't get to him.
And we thank you for that.
Now, Gigaton gets an
Yes, I do.
opportunity. Gigaton's going to get a chance to try to break out. And with that, a breakout roll, is that just a straight ego roll? I think so.
It's modified by however much the person succeeded by. So
3
if
levels.
they,
Yeah.
right? So
So he's got to get an 8, 11, 10. 9 or less. He's got to get a 9 or less. Ooh,
He made it.
that's amazing. So Gigaton stands up and is going to. What is Gigaton going to do? I didn't think he would actually make it. He's going to communicate into his to his wrist communicator. And you all hear, or I guess, I don't know that you all would hear it, but he's going to communicate it into his wrist communicator. So he raises that up to him, and he is going to
Whisper.
yeah, he whispers into his communicator.
In the middle of combat.
Drop the nuke.
Dr. Destroyer, I need help. Okay. And he is going to fly up 15 meters.
Oh,
Did you modify his roll for how much Mage made that mind control by?
I did. I modified it down. He had to get a 9 or less. Are you thinking I didn't modify it enough?
Just asking. I wasn't sure how much he would need.
Yeah, and I'm making a on the fly ruling because I just don't know how much. I did it for every level of mind control that Mage won by. That was an additional 1 off of his breakout roll that he would need to beat. If there's a better way to know, I just don't know it off the top of my head, so I just had to make a judgment. So I took 3 off of his. I made his roll 3 harder, and he had an 11 or less on his eagle roll. So that's what I did.
That sounds right.
Maybe it's not, but it was the best I could do on the fly. So Gigaton is going to move up. Let me see if I've got him locked. Is he locked? Gigaton is going to move up after having whispered for desperate help. He's going to move up 15, and he's going to do another blast on the ground. Another, area effect blast. And I think it gets everybody the way that he would do it. He would just do it down. Somebody want to call me on that, just say so.
what's the radius on it?
It's a 30-meter radius.
It'll even get him.
So how high does he have to go up? Because
30 meters.
So when y'all say area of effect, I always thought they were flat. So what would make an area?
It can be a sphere. It can be a sphere.
Most
basically,
areas
an
are
area
a
of effect.
sphere.
True.
I mean, unless there's some kind of special effect where, the attack goes out and just hits in a flat plane. But yeah, otherwise they're spherical.
Yeah, so then he's just going to move up 30. He's flying up. I don't know if that's 30 really. I can't tell measuring up very well. But that's what he's done. He's flying up.
Can I abort to jump into room forces?
I guess you can, yeah. Because
Yeah, dive for cover.
It's still on. But he can't act. He's not going to be able to do his blast yet.
Okay.
Because he used his full movement to fly out of his range of his blast. That's awesome. So Mage, it's Mage's turn now. And Mage is, I'm going to come up with better names for them. Yeah, but Mage is going to fly up to the same distance. Is anybody able to tell how high up he really is? So forgive me, I can't.
I'm trying.
It's not very good at.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you just say they're 30, and then you put the 30
Calculate.
in the distance calculator, and then find out how far horizontally they are from you. Put that in the distance calculator, and you're done.
Mage can fly, so neener, neener, neener.
Yeah, so Mage just goes up to him again, but he's used his full movement too. So they're just like kind of watching each other. Now, Assassin can't get up there. And so she is going to slice at this Destroid. And I'm just not going to try to move her while she's there, but she's going to... Actually, I should. So she kind of runs around. And she is going to slice at the Destroid. And hopefully her attack works a little bit better. I'm not pleased with what I wanted to do with her attack, honestly. That just didn't work the way I wanted.
Well, that's the good thing, is you can change it for next time.
Yeah, I definitely will. Because I wanted that sword to be like King Arthur's sword, but with energy on it, you know? That was the way. So she hits, and I don't know why it's not doing with strength. It should be 4.5 dice. Why is it only doing...
It doesn't automatically auto add in strength.
How do you do it? So it should be 2 more... what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a custom roll of 2.5 dice of strength. So that'd be 4.5 dice of damage. 4.5 killing. Well, now that should have been better last time. Of course, a 1 on the multiplier. That just makes me want to scream. Come on, that's terrible. Okay, 8 dice 6 energy blast and a 1 dice 6 stun drain, which of course the Destroyer doesn't have anything.
Well, at least you got your 1 on fighting something where it doesn't take stun.
Yeah, thank you for that. I feel better about that now, because it wouldn't have mattered.
There you go.
So 18, Destroyed 3 is going to take 18 body. Not 18, it's going to take 6 body. And that is going to bring it down to 7. So you see her cutting off pieces of it with her sword. And Liliana goes.
Liliana says to... I'm not clear. If Rune Force moves away from her, will she keep the 14 resistant defense?
No, I don't
Okay.
know that I have enough points to build it
Okay.
that way anyway, so
Okay.
no.
She wants to hold her action, say to Rune Force, move, I want to move next to you, or move with you.
Oh, that's great. Tell me where to go. Let's go together.
Well, I don't know what his attacks or his powers are, so I don't know what he plans to do.
Yeah, and we could talk together too. So, and
Yeah,
this whole time we could have been coordinating. So let's just say.
Yeah, what I want to do, I can do from anywhere. So I'm just going to follow you.
Okay. And he's gonna go in a little bit. So we can coordinate it once we get there. Let's let the others. So I'll hold your face. Stevie's turn. Stevie, are you muted? Cypher?
Sorry.
Let's go.
I don't think that from where Stevie is to where Gigaton is, I can do.
From Stevie to Gigaton. Where is... I see Stevie over here on the... Is it like down by the edge? I don't see my mouse. No, that's Christine.
Yeah. No, Stevie is over here by Rune Force.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he's getting the benefit of the armor. How far away is that? That's a long... You could just measure down and then do A plus B, C squared.
Sure.
That's 30, so it's like 45 meters.
So it's 30 and 30, right?
It looked like it was closer to 20 on the horizontal.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was more than that. From
That
Stevie.
would be a minus 5 to hit, but he's got +4. Okay.
And you're gonna have to shoot through Gigaton, so this through Mage. That's obstruction. Are you gonna try to somehow do that? Because mage is standing right in front of him.
Shoot up at an angle. Get his feet.
Calculate a range of 36.
I'm not saying you
Okay.
can't. I'm just saying you're going to have some penalties for trying to hit him from that far and from underneath without hitting mage.
Okay.
But let's say it's a -2 for obstruction.
Of justice.
The obstruction of justice. Somebody needs to make a super group called or a villain group called the obstruction of justice. Okay, so you do not hit.
Okay.
What is it? What does it look like? Just the energy blasts? Is it your kind of your
Yes.
lightning blasts where the shaders don't work properly? Darn.
Yes, it's the no normal defense that if they have to be insulated. So
So, Rune Force is going to tell Liliana that he's moving to he's going to move closer to the rest of the team, basically, to cover more people. So he's going to move in front of this truck.
Absolutely.
Okay, so as he does that, his protective force moves with. And then if somebody doesn't want this, I'll not do it. But if you're willing, then it's no problem.
I think you locked Liliana. I can't move her.
Sorry about that.
That's right. It was needed.
I think I have portions of Little Rocket in there. Is that right? I mean, I may get a little closer so I can get more people in. There you go. No. Okay. There you go. So everybody's getting that wonderful 14-14 now, except for Cypher. Sorry, Cypher. And
there you are.
so that's my move. And he flies to that very Magneto-esque style. He doesn't portal, but he kind of float flies.
I hope that 1414 resistant defense was bought as area effect only for allies.
It's selective. So he's choosing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's weird. So, selective used to mean exactly that. You get to choose who you wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I was reading selective, and it seems to be different now.
You now have to roll it against every target you want. I bought combat skill levels, but I also assume y'all are willing. So I don't know.
Just the way it reads is just really weird.
It's so frustrating. And I bought it expensive so that I could just not have to deal with it. But yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, if you're using it as an attack, you'd have to roll an attack against everyone.
That's right. But even usable nearby, it tells you, and selective rule tells you have to roll for each target. But
That's because of the selective aspect of it. Yeah.
Well, the previous things like Mind Link that was kind of selective. If it was a willing target, you didn't have to roll against it.
But even if I was doing an attack against somebody and you were allowing me to hit you, that's an entirely different. And I'm hand waving it really for that because I'm not even worried. This special effect works for me, but I don't like the way selective works in the new system. Liliana, are you gonna move, Liliana? You did. Are you gonna act now that you've moved?
Absolutely. She's going to enable her force wall as a bubble around herself and Rune Force.
Sweet.
Which it's 7 meters, 3 meters high, 2 meters.
So it's encapsulating?
Or half meter thick. Yeah.
Very nice. And what's the defense of it? What's the?
It's the 13 PD, 9 ED.
So nice, 13, 9.
Yeah.
So,
and that's just activating a power, so she should still have a half phase. She is going to push her Ego Blast, targeting Gigaton.
It's so high up I can barely see. That's so cool. Now I can see him through the trees where I'm at.
Mhm.
Okay, will you make your target? Or 2 hit, excuse me.
Well, I made the push roll.
Oh, just to see if you could push. Sorry, yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad
And
you.
then did a DMCV of 10.
You hit him.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do a custom roll here because that should be 7 dice. It's normally 6.
Because you pushed.
So give me a second. And I'd like to spend the points I rolled at the beginning of the session to add to this.
Ooh, so how much are you gonna? How many did you get?
I got 7, so I'm going to use all 7.
Are you gonna do 37 stun or 37 or 15 body?
37. Well, it's ego attack. It does no body, so it's
Oh, yeah.
going to be 37 stun. Unless he's got mental defense, should go straight to him.
He does have mental defense.
Oh, that rascal.
He does. Enhanced energy enhanced. My mental defense of 10, so 27, which is actually. This is such sweet comeuppance because you have knocked him out. No. I don't want to give it to you before it is. Let me look. But I think it is. I think you did it.
Stunned, maybe? Or knocked out?
No, I think it's.
Paybacks are a bitch, Gigaton.
Yes. It's wonderful. You did knock him out. That's awesome.
All right.
And
That means he fall down, go
he
boom.
falls
30
down.
meters of falling.
Yeah, he's going to fall. And what's so funny is he doesn't fall not on his turn. That's awesome. So 27. So that's -9. Okay.
He'll fall at the end of every segment.
Oh, hold on a second. 27, 14. He has damage reduction. No, but not mental damage reduction. Ha 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 ha. So you actually did knock him out. I'm trying to give him every possible benefit. That's fantastic. Okay. What did you say, Rampage? Or
He falls at the end of every segment.
yeah. Okay. Cool.
He'll take 20 dice of damage.
Which actually probably won't hurt him. It's mental. He's weak on mental. He even has.
Oh, wait, no. He's actually going to only take 10 because he's falling 10 meters the first segment, 20 meters the second segment, at which point he hits the ground.
So 20. Yeah. So half of that in dice.
Yeah.
I've got to say that was a very lucky roll. Also, looking at 30 points on 7 dice.
Yeah, that was still awesome though. And if you hadn't used your hero points, no, he would have. How many hero points did you use? 7?
Use 7.
Yeah, he would have still. He would have still been knocked out, but only by 2. So he's barely knocked out. He's just fallen unconscious. Okay, so I'm going to kind of wrap up the game unless y'all want to like get some actual last hits in on things. But
We're good as long as we defeat all the destroids.
Yeah, and I think honestly
they don't explode on us.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen here. Y'all are going to get the opportunities to disable them, to beat them down, and they do not destroy. And maybe that's just because of what Gigaton communicated in, because you all obviously saw him speak on his communicator, and there is a conversation to be had here after you all finish this up, but you all have bested Gigaton, which is just awesome, just awesome.
Yeah, well, it only took 12 of us.
Oh man, in the moment that he falls to the ground, right, and he does fall to the ground, and he takes the damage, and the Superior 5 continue blasting him and cutting him and punching him, tank goes over and punches him. They are going to destroy him.
They're trying to kill him.
Oh, yes.
Any Two Shoes version of Liliana would stop that. This version, on the fence.
So let's say that's unfolding. They are attempting to kill him, but it's going to take a long time because of his armor and his suit and all the different reductions that he has. So I mean, it's going to take him. He's going to be unconscious, but they are just taking out vengeance and revenge on him.
Well, Sandcrab will move over there and he'll put up his hands and say, "We have a way of containing him. You don't have to kill and lower yourself."
The mage speaks inside your mind and says, "This isn't your revenge to take." Very forcefully.
Like mind control forcefully?
No, but it's in his head, of course, which is kind of an invasion.
Of course, no one else hears that response.
That's
Sure.
true. Only Sandcrab hears it. And though you may want to do something more after you say that.
Mhm.
Everyone's communicators pipe up, and maybe even on your heads-up display from a computer link you have to Socrates, and the same from Cypher and the. And I don't know if you're willing to project this for others that can't see it, but I'm sure that you would want to, Sandcrab, if you're willing. But
Yeah, I can do that.
there is a live news broadcast that's come on, and Destructor Destroyer is speaking. He's holding
All right,
court.
I'll put up a holograph TV so above my head so everybody can see it.
And he's holding court, and he flashes up that digital banner that has been posted around the wanted poster for the 6 vigilantes, terrorists that have been convicted, and he very curtly pronounces their guilt, and to cheers from the audience, who whether it was canned or not, there is just a uproarious cheer for the support of their guilt, and he raises his right hand very dramatically, and then there's a zoom in on what looks like a ominous red button, and he lowers his hand down onto the red button, and in the moment of his hand going down, there's live feed camera of Daisy and Faust and Dave Stokes, who was Isobar, and the 6 superheroes that had been on their own kind of searches and helping, and they hadn't been directly working with the new champions for a while, but they had been doing good on their own, and somehow he had tracked them. And there are video feeds of them in alleyways and in neighborhoods, and the live feed as his red button is pressed, they are vanished. All 6 of them, and it's 6 live feeds, and the cheers and uproar is just deafening, and that's the end of the scene.
Just vanish.
They are
Wow,
vanished. They are
that was bad special effects.
They are vanished, like the original capital V vanishing.
Hello, folks. This is Pen Piper, Ghost here.
Hey, how are you?
There.
Sorry we missed
Sorry,
you tonight.
I had a
Finally made it back.
Yeah, my entire neighborhood had a power failure just after 9 o'clock,
No,
that's unfortunate.
and we only got power back about 25 minutes ago, and it took until now for me to reestablish internet.
Sheesh.
That's just no good. In this session, we could have used you too. You were missed.
Believe me, it hurt. I didn't want to miss that.
Yeah. Well, you heard the end where there was a second vanishing, right?
Yeah, I heard that last part.
And Liliana got comeuppance and was able to get the final blow that knocked out Gigaton after
Excellent. Bravo.
after Mage, one of the Superior 5, mind controlled Gigaton into pacifism. And then the Superior 5 basically surrounded him and just waylaid him and waylaid him and waylaid him. And then finally Liliana got the last. It was a 37-point mental attack. So it was a pretty big
Wow.
attack. Got him. Okay.
That's good. She got her vengeance.
Yeah, no, I know. He knocked her out. It's his to, or hers to him now. So there are a couple of things that we could talk about, and I guess we'll go into more of a meta conversation. And I'm gonna put these in different posts. So let me stop the recording, and I will record this too. I'm just gonna do it in a separate recording. So this will be the end of that little session. So I'm gonna stop.